Well, thanks again, Jason. Thanks to you and Kenosha Community Media for having me on again today. Appreciate the opportunity to talk about what's going on in Madison a little bit. The biggest thing that's been going on in Madison, in my opinion, in the last couple of weeks is the Brewer bill. And I'd just like to say that I was pleased to vote for that bill that really ensures that the Brewers will be around for well past my expected lifetime. And I have to say that this is a far better bill than the previous bill where people actually paid a tax in 5 different counties in order to maintain the maintenance on the Brewer Stadium. And one thing I'd just like to mention is that the people of Wisconsin own the stadium, so it really becomes our obligation, of course, to maintain it as well. And what the bill that passed both in the Assembly and then the Senate, and then it came back with some improvements from the Senate, and so the Assembly voted on it again, and it's now going to the governor's desk for his signature, and I'm quite sure that he's going to sign it. What this bill does is that it maintains the ability to keep the stadium in tip-top shape, which is really kind of a requirement by the major baseball league, and it's something that every stadium has to do. But it pays for it by the income tax that the players pay instead of going into the general coffers. It now goes into a fund specifically to maintain the stadium, and that's the ball players from Wisconsin and the ball players that are from other teams that are playing at the stadium. So unless you happen to be a Wisconsin Major League Baseball player playing for the Brewers, nobody will be paying into the fund that keeps the stadium open. So I think that that's a great thing. Certainly the governor had a separate proposal that was in his budget, and that proposal, I happened to be on the Committee of State Affairs that heard the public hearing on the bill. And when I asked the Brewers management about the governor's bill, he thought the governor's bill was a good bill too, but that's not the one that we ultimately voted on. So I'm glad that's behind us. That's a big thing to make sure that we have the stadium with us through 2050. A couple other things. I hope that we are having a hearing on January 4th on the bill that I probably talked about previously. There's a bill that I've been trying to get passed for the last couple of sessions where essentially it's a fairness for retired federal workers to be treated in the same way that retirees on Social Security are treated, where people on Social Security do not pay state income tax, but people who happen to be getting their pension from their service as federal retirees, they are taxed. So we've had great support in the past, just haven't been able to get it over the goal line, and we hope to. We're certainly going to continue to work hard to get that done. So we are out of session right now. We go back on the floor in mid-January, and of course there will be some committee meetings in between that. But I think that it's a possibility that there may be a medical marijuana bill that we hear sometime next year. It may not be the perfect bill. It may not be recreational as I would support, but we'll certainly have to be taking a look at that. One other thing that I've been doing for the last month and a half or so now is I've accepted an offer by Minority Leader Greta Neubauer to serve on the Speaker's Task Force on Artificial Intelligence, and we had our third public hearing on that last week in Menominee. We also went to Green Bay for our second and our first hearing was in Madison, as will be our last hearing, which will be kind of in the middle of December. So it's been kind of a busy time, but looking forward to spending some holiday time here coming up. Thanksgiving is actually, I think, one of my favorite holidays. Probably just because I like the menu that comes with Thanksgiving. So I look forward to that holiday, and look forward to talking to you sometime after the holiday. And just want to wish all of the listeners out there a great Thanksgiving, and we'll keep you posted. So, Jason, once again, thanks for having me on.